He was in possession of a great many patients long before I ever learned of them. Most likely the Pope also learned of the law of life from the Traveler.
Ich muss jetzt gerade dran denken. Als wir ja in Jana waren und nachdem wir gegen den Papst gekämpft haben, ist ja Romy aufgetaucht. Und da habe ich ja die Theorie geäußert, dass sie vielleicht der eigentliche Bösewicht ist. Vielleicht ist ja Romy der sogenannte Traveler hier.
When the Pope hunted me down here, he already knew of the law of life. I told him the same thing I just told you, but he would not listen. The pain of losing his wife allowed the Traveler to take advantage of him. He tried to use the law of life, didn't he? Interestingly, these spots creatures never appeared when I used the law of life.
Ja, das ist wirklich interessant. Das heißt, es gibt irgendwie einen Unterschied zwischen dem, was du gemacht hast und was der Papst gemacht hat, oder?
Most likely the law of life was still incomplete when I invoked it in Le Mans. That's why the Traveler continued his experiment with the Pope. Most likely he has almost completed the law of life. I don't know what his true objective is.
Then the law of life the Pope used still wasn't complete? What does the Traveler hope to gain from summoning the spots? Menschheit auslöschen? Oder vielleicht die gesamte Menschheit in Patience verwandeln. Damit er noch länger lebt. Was bringt ihm das denn, wenn niemand mehr da ist? Irgendwann wird er zwangsläufig sterben. Where's this Traveler now? Where's the Traveler now?
The Traveler is King Orella.
Ja. So viel zu meiner Romy-Theorie. Aber der König selbst? The King?
He isn't in Jana, is he? No doubt his plans required him to leave the city. I attempt to force the king to grant me an audience 14 years ago. Ever since he has lived on Mount Errol. Were you able to stand before him? No. I wouldn't think so. When I met him, he was a young boy. It has been a century since then, but I suspect he looks exactly the same. Since he was almost seen, he must have fled Jana for Mount Errol.
Then the crown didn't really pass from King Orella. Sieben? Ist das eine 7? Ich würde sagen. Ja, wenn es eine 4 wäre, wäre es davor. Ja, das ist eine 7.
The seventh to King Orella the Eighth several years ago? King Orella never appears before the public. Even if they call him king, few have ever seen him and lived to tell of it. Excluding the Royal Knights, that is.
The Royal Knights! Then the knight that gave us that patient.
They will have known the king's true form and objective. That knight died, didn't he?
Ja.
I assumed as much.
Also nehmen wir mal an, der König ist dafür verantwortlich, dass die Spots überall auftauchen. Das heißt, als dieser Ritter in unserem Heimatdorf aufgetaucht ist und uns den Patient gegeben hat, war das kein Zufall, dass die Spots auch wenig später aufgetaucht sind. Die sollten da auftauchen, um vielleicht diesen einen Patient zurückzuholen, den der Ritter bei sich hatte. Ja, den der Knight bei sich hatte. Jetzt fange ich auch schon mit Englisch an.
King Orella is powerful. No one can hope to defeat him. If he could be so easily killed, I would have done it myself.
What are you talking about? Are you saying we should just give up and let him win?
Boy, some things in this world can't be changed with mere hope. But you still intend to fight, don't you?
Yeah, too many people have died already. I will never give up.
And the rest of you feel the same?
I'm not giving up either.
Obliviously. We can't allow the sacrifices to continue.
I could never run without even trying to fight.
Then I will grant you what power I can. If any prospects can defeat the knight, it would be these. The odds are still stacked against you, but at least you will have a fighting chance.
I had no idea such powerful presents exist. Please teach me. Me too, please.
Very well. Sacred Shine will obliterate your enemies with brilliant light, and Tempest will unleash a furious storm of destruction and ruin.
Ah, Tempest, Tales of the Tempest. Hat das Spiel daher seinen Namen?
That power is no use to command.
Rubia learned Sacred Shine. Und Area Tempest. Wahrscheinlich muss ich diese Magie auch dann ausgerüstet haben, wenn ich gegen den König kämpfe.
Oder was meinst du, Tini?
Sie gähnt einfach nur. Ja.
I grow weary. Please let me rest.
I have one last question. Why are you in Al-Habith?
I heard a host of priests brought you here several years ago. I gave the Pope a single condition when I gave him my patience, and that was to hide me where the king would never find me. I bet he never paid a moment's mind to where I was hiding. Is that all?
Yeah, thanks. You know where we have to go next, Caius? Yeah. How do we get to Mount Ariel anyway?
We need to head towards the north end of the mountain range between North Gate and East Gate. It's protected by royal knights, so I don't expect them to just let us walk in.
Going there is the only way we can settle this once and for all. Let's head for Mount Ariel. Hahaha, noch irgendwas zu sagen?
I grow very please and rest.
Ja, das heißt, den ganzen Weg nochmal zurück? Ernsthaft?
If only it were so simple to atone for what I have done. My sins are far too great. Only now do I find myself wishing there were more I could do. I wish I could help that boy.
Ja.
Sacred Shine. Bathe all foes in sacred light. 103! Alter, ist das teuer! Alter, ist das teuer. Bin ich schon dran vorbei an Tempest? Nee. Summon a powerful Tempest to blanket the entire field. Wenn das Wind ist, wieso ist das unter dem Dunkelheitsspell? Das ist so teuer! Ugh. Und dann wollen wir mal zurückgehen. Den langen Weg. Heiliges Licht vielleicht anwerfen, falls das irgendwas bringt. Ob Kaius meint, nö, wir wollen da nicht lang gehen, wenn ich da unten zum Wald gehe und gucken, was drin ist. Vielleicht müssen wir auch später hin, aber wann später ist die Frage. Geh weg, ich hab keine Lust zu kämpfen! Ja, so viel zu, ich habe keine Lust zu kämpfen.
Wie weit ist es denn?
Let's take a quick break. Na, gute Idee. Lord Tilkus, I have something important to discuss. What is it, Forrest? Why so formal? When we complete our current mission, I wish to retire from my position as your bodyguard. After everything he's put you through, I can see why.
Dear brother, you need to think about Forrest's feelings.
That's not what I mean. If we defeat King Aurela, no one will remain to invoke the law of life. As such, the Lycanthon will be meaningless. In other words, the cause of the rift between humans and Lemons will be gone. Hey, you're right. That's really great news. However, the long years of systematic discrimination won't disappear overnight. That's why I want to build trust between Lemonians and humans.
That's truly a wonderful goal.
Indeed, there's just one problem, Forrest. That sort of outreach requires a constable organization to support it. What will you do for personnel and funding? For personnel, I plan to call on Tholz and the others. I have no doubt they will join me. Then the issue isn't manpower, but funding. First, given the circumstances, I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave Senshibia. You can't be serious! Senshibia will have to be involved in establishing this organization. First, you will participate as your representative. Senshibia will take care of funding the entire operation. Lord Tilkus. That's great, Forrest! Neuer Titel für Tilkus, ja, Sponsor. Wirklich großzügig von ihm. Chicken, Equip sind die Titel.
Nein, sind sie nicht. Jetzt nicht mehr.
Attacke und Verteidigung 20. Proof that you support the Lemonian people. Ah, wie schön.